Hi, so I'm Sarah Hamble, and today we are going to be comparing two separate types of education tools, specifically for lessons and videos. The two that we're going to be talking about is Crash Course and TedED. So the first one we're going to start with is Crash Course. It was created by Hank and John Green, who are most notably known as the Vlog Bros. This website is mostly video based, and right now they have about 6 million subscribers on their channel, and they have about 21 different seasons, and in those separate seasons Hank and John talk in 6 episodes per season in each of them. Also, originally they started with the humanities and sciences, but then they moved on to more areas. And the reason why I chose Crash Course for this is because of the great area it has for film. Now, there is a ton of information about film out there, but it's not very in-depth. Like, it's really scattered, it's not very organized, and because so many people consider themselves filmmakers, you don't get that constructive, like, step-by-step basis going through film. Now, there are other educational sites that are specifically in film, but they kind of stop there. You can't cross over into another realm. Like, for instance, in the philosophy section, they have a great few videos on aesthetics as well. Now, they have started a whole section of resources and with links and PDFs to different handouts that you can give to your students. However, those again are still only in history and I believe science. They're starting them, but they are growing. And because Hank and John Green I don't believe they sleep, they seem to be adding more and more people and resources daily. TedED, on the other hand, our other one, is a little bit more established, where Crash Course started in 2011. TedED's been around a little bit longer, and they originally came from the TED Talks, which most people are familiar with are the educational talks. But TedED takes it a step further, where they take their videos and they animate with it, and then they create whole follow-along sections inside their videos. So after you're done with your video, there's a place to reflect on it, and there's a place to discuss it, and all that good stuff, and students can kind of follow along, and it's a little bit more interactive. There are things that I like and don't like about both of them. I like how TedED has got that discussion piece. It's got a lot going on for it. It's very well organized. There's a lot of lessons that you can use, and it's great. It's recognizable. If you talk to your administrator and say, oh yeah, we're using TedED, they're like, woo! Where Crash Course isn't quite as known, but where TedED kind of fails is there's not a whole lot for the arts. And that's a common problem with TeacherTube when I was looking at it, and a lot of other ones. There is a ton of educational resources out there, but there's not a whole lot specifically for arts, and even more specifically for film and digital arts. It's almost impossible to find anything for digital arts that wasn't just created by a digital artist online. And so that's something that I kind of found, and it's really nice to see how Crash Course is taking specific areas such as filmmaking and film development and aesthetics, and they're turning it into really understandable and smart films that we can follow along and discuss afterwards. Now, I really also like Crash Course because of their evolution. They are growing and kind of changing. I checked it like at the beginning of the year, and not only are they doubling in videos pretty much, but their resources are now becoming better. And so I really think it's exciting to see where Crash Course is going. Going back to TedED, like I said, they've got a lot of history behind them, and so right now there's way more information there and a lot of great videos to also look at as well. I like how with TedED you've just got so much to look through. So those are kind of my pros and cons of the two, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you go to each of them. I've got the links to the videos down below. As Hank and John Green would say, they're down in the doobly-doo down below. And so I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you use some of their resources in the future. Thank you, goodbye. teachers to use in their classes.